We found out that the poster will be an 8.5 by 11. There's a real quick video here that shows you how to get the correct file size. It's a Pixlr E assignment. And so you can either refer to what I'm getting ready to show you now, or if you miss it, you can always go back and look at that video. When you go to Pixlr, you select Pixlr E. And then from here, you are going to click where it says Create New. Once you click Create New, the next thing that you are going to do, you are going to actually click up here where it says Print. When we click on Print, this window opens up, and from Print, whoops, go back to Print. And then from Print, we're going to select over here where it says Letter. That is like the regular size sheet of paper that comes off of the copier, regular size sheet of paper that we work with. This right here is an 8.5 by 11. And so from there, you're going to click 8.5 by 11. And then you will come over here and click Create. And that makes sure that your canvas size, if we were to print these out, which some of them will be printed out, will come out on this size sheet of paper. That's why we want it to be an 8.5 by 11. All right, so that's the first thing that we have to set up. Then it tells us that the poster will consist of 3 layers. The first layer is a background image of your choice. Use Google Images, and you're going to locate and save a background image. The second layer will be the image that you just downloaded with the 3 characters of the movie. Now, the image that you downloaded did not have the background removed. You're going to have to figure out how to remove the background. You can remove it using any website of your choice. The third layer will consist of a quote from the movie. Since we're not in school because today it snowed and we canceled in-person learning, of course, I can't rewind the movie, but if you scroll down, there are quotes here from Katherine Johnson. So I told you, you'll need to go and do a Google image search. You could search for anything related to the movie. We've now seen the movie. And so, for example, you might want to go with this image right here. And if we click here, we see even more images, but you could have right there from Google, just right clicked and click Save Image As. Okay. So we're going to pretend like you have now actually removed the background, because I'm not going to show you how to do that. It says the second layer will be an image of the 3 characters from the movie. You must use the image file below. This one down here. You will need to find a way to remove the background from the image. This may be done using any website of your choice. So we're going to pretend like not only have you located your Google image and saved it, but you have now also taken the image that you downloaded and you remove the background. So how do we get everything into Pixlr? Well, the first layer should be your background. So you would click up top where it says layer, and you're adding an image as a layer. And what you'll want to do is go to your folder on your computers. I'm thinking everything saves inside of your downloads, okay? And what you'll want to do is locate your whatever image you're going to save, whatever image you save to use as your background. See, you can pick it up, you can move it around, you can resize it, and you want to get that image exactly where you want it to be. Everything doesn't have to be centered. If I wanted to stretch this out so that the focus is really just on the rocket, I can make it look however I want it to look. So I get that set up. I go back in to layer, and now I'm adding another layer. So if you can't see your layer window over here, you'll want to click view and you want to click layers panel. And that shows you what layer you're working with. So I'm going to go layer, add images layer. And now what I'm looking for is my Hidden Figures image that I just downloaded from Schoology, but I want the one where I have removed the background and so it's transparent. And so this is something that I did earlier. I see that that other background is not behind them. And then I choose, like, where exactly do I want this, right? The last thing I would do, if we look at Schoology, the third layer will consist of a quote directly from the movie or one of the quotes in the document below. So here are 35 quotes by Katherine Johnson. I will scroll through, right? I'm going to choose one that I really, really like. And I will copy the quote. I will go back to Pixlr. We learned from that hero assignment that we did yesterday, I think that was, that we can add a layer of text. We also learned that we can color the text and that we can use the eyedropper tool to select the color that we want the text to be, okay? And we also learned that we can play around with things like the fonts. We can change font size, all of that good stuff. So you just want to make sure that your font size is large enough so that you can read it and that the location of the quote is in a place where you can read it. Like, this probably wouldn't be the best place for me to have this quote right in the center. So we know that we can do things like reshape our quotes. We can push them over. And again, this portion is up to you to choose the correct or the best color for the quote and the location. I might decide to pick up on the white in the clouds. That might just look better when I take into consideration the quote. And again, the font size, all of that is up to you, okay? When you get done, you're gonna click File, Save, and you're saving it as a PXZ, a PXZ.